Hey everyone, welcome to the High Priestess Demari channel and to another collective reading. I hope you're all doing well. So we're going to dive in and see what source needs you to know. Keep in mind it is a general reading and it's also timeless. It is not for every person watching necessarily, okay? Depending on what the message is, okay? Also, my readings do tend to tap into past, present, and future energies, okay? So what does the collective needs to know, please? We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Pisces energy. Blah. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Sorry, the cards were stuck. I'm not sure what that sound effect was for, but you know. There we are. We have this. Wait, there's another card stuck underneath it. Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay. Six of Cups in reverse. Boom. We have the Moon card, Cancer, Pisces energy. The Two of Cups. Tell me more. The Two of Coins, which is the Two of Pentacles. We have the Tower in reverse. Okay. Scorpio energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Devil, Capricorn energy. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, Leo energy. Okay. So someone has, like, flipped the script here, okay? Someone looks at a situation very differently now. It's like someone has awakened, okay? It's like someone's realizing that what they thought was I don't know, it's almost like this energy of like assuming that everything is falling apart or the worst is happening when it isn't. It was actually for their highest good, right? So someone's realizing that a situation playing out as it did ended up being a blessing in disguise. It's that kind of energy. Like, even though it may have sucked or aspects of it may have sucked, it was actually the best thing for them, given the circumstances. That's the energy, right? Someone's seeing things from a completely different perspective. I feel like this is someone who's seeing things from the perspective of the divine. Like, yeah, I can see why things played out the way they did. I understand why I had to surrender this, surrender that, okay? Because this isn't good for me. This isn't healthy for me. This isn't getting me to where I need to be or where I want to be. This isn't the energy I want to be around or be in. So someone's realizing that. Six of Cups in reverse. This is like someone who doesn't look at a situation fondly, okay? It's like someone reflects on something and it's challenging. It's painful. It brings up unwarranted memories or like painful memories, right? But someone's understanding like the necessity of things playing out as it was or how it did, okay? It's like it doesn't undermine the person's experience. It doesn't take away their pain, you know, like all of these things are valid, but they're understanding why things had to maybe end in the way they did or why they had to surrender things, right? Because it wasn't good for them, okay? Something like that. We'll have a look. So with the Moon card, it's like, this is like unconsciously coming to that level of awareness. I feel like someone knows consciously as well, but this is more like reprogramming the unconscious mind. There may be part of the shadow that refused to let go because of what they felt they lost or what they had to sacrifice or what they felt like was an injustice or toxic or whatever. There was something about it that obviously had triggered the shadow, right? But I feel like someone, again, even on a like unconscious level, is shifting in perspective. Their feelings surrounding this situation has changed, right? So it's on a very deep level that this change is happening. It's like unconsciously, this person is realizing why things had to end or play out the way they did and why going back is not an option, okay? That's pretty much the energy. There's only one way, and that is forward, right? Even though the path ahead may be unknown, there may be aspects of it that feel unknown or unfamiliar. There is a certain level of unfamiliarity, and that's because there has been a rewriting of unconscious programming. So someone has flipped the script, as I say. They're not running on the same protocol as they once were. This is someone who's running on new coding. So they're now having to traverse a path that is unknown, unfamiliar territory to them. That can be a little bit anxiety inducing, a little bit strange. It can feel a little bit uneasy or uncomfortable, but that's where the growth lies, essentially. But with the Two of Cups, that is what's leading to a very significant partnership here. This could be in the form of love. It could be in the form of, a soul's work here, a soul contract, a mission, okay? Some kind of purpose, life purpose. Or this could be just the energy of, coming into true alignment and union with the divine, right? So you can co-create, so you can work with the cosmic forces and energies in a way that is uplifting to the spirit, right? Yeah. With the Two of Pentacles as well, it's like, it's almost like things are playing out in a very fated way right now. It's like the threads of fate. That's literally what this deck is, okay? The threads of fate. And I feel like that's very much this energy here. It's like very intricate and interwoven, and there's certain things that needed to come back around in order for some kind of understanding to be achieved so that this programming could be rewritten, okay? And it's very deep and unconscious. This is something that this is like a script that has been running in the background for years, okay? And there's something about it that's faulty, something that needed to be changed, and that's what's happening. Yeah. And so now it's like you can get off this hamster wheel, because this deep level of reprogramming the unconscious mind, as well as being consciously aware of why things needed to change, that has finally taken hold. So it's like you can get off this hamster wheel now. There is no need to keep sort of navigating the same type of energies, environments, situations with, familiar energies and people and stuff like that, okay? So you're finally getting off the hamster wheel. That's why the Tower is in reverse, because I feel like the awakening has already happened, okay? It's like you don't need to go through this like really dramatic situation all over again. I feel like you've already experienced some kind of, Tower moment in the past. So it's like there's no need for there to be another Tower. It's just simply there needed to be this deep, intricate process of rewriting and reprogramming the unconscious processes. That's the thing. And I feel like that's what you've been doing, especially in the dream state, okay? You may have been dreaming about a lot of crazy things. You may have seen all sorts of symbolism or, individuals pop up, situations pop up, okay? And that's relevant to this process, okay? So there is a huge undertaking that's happening beneath the surface, okay? It's a very internal, very deep and personal process, but it's happening, okay? And so that's why I don't feel like you're experiencing another Tower. That's why it's in reverse, because there is no going back at this point, okay? It's like what is done is done. The lesson has been learned. The process is finally well and truly underway. So there's no need to go back. There's no need to revise this this storyline, right? It's over. It's done. The book is closed. Is what I'm getting, right? That book is closed. So that's awesome. Yeah. So now I feel like because you're in the midst of this deep process, okay, it's important that, you do give yourself time to just kind of marinate in these new energies, okay, these new understandings, okay, and that you approach this new path, this new leg of your journey with childlike curiosity, okay. Yes, you have to use your discernment, your intuition, and that's going to lead you very well. But it's good to be curious. It's good to probe. It's good to ask questions. It's good to study, research. It's good to be open to new experiences because, like I said, this path is very unfamiliar to you. So you want to go in it with, a clear mind, an open heart, excitement, curiosity, but also listening to your intuition, listening to discernment, seeing the signs where they apply, okay? And just navigating it from that place as well, So that will serve you really well. So I feel like that's what you're being called to be in the energy of, not to, really do like the groundwork in terms of I don't know, like I need to fix this, I need to fix that, right? In a practical sense, it's more like being open, right, to these new energies and exploring this new chapter and exploring this version of yourself, okay, that is emerging from the unconscious to the you know, to the surface through the ego, right? Yeah. Because your ego is going to soon mirror that of the changes that are happening on an unconscious level, because you are becoming conscious of this process. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? So it's really important that as you're doing this deep internal work, that you hold space for yourself, because then you're going to have to soon apply that practically. But now is not the time to do that. It's coming up, but it's not the time to do that now, okay? But it's good to just prepare, okay, and make room for these changes is what I want to say. Yeah. So with the Two of Cups, you know, again, I feel like, you know, that is going to be mirrored back in some kind of connection here. It could even be that there's some kind of karmic soul tie that you're being liberated from as well because of this process you're going through, okay? Yeah, so it's possible, as much as you may be co-creating with the divine, which I feel like you are, coming into true alignment and union with the divine, and possibly even a new form of partnership, I feel like this process is enabling you to be liberated from karmic contracts as well, okay, with karmic soulmates, okay, in the form of friends, lovers, and possibly family members, okay? But either way, you're being liberated from these contracts, okay, as a result of this deep internal process that you're undertaking. So that's amazing. Yeah, so we were the King of Wands. You know, this can speak on an antagonist energy, okay? That's possible. It's very assertive, okay? It's very fiery, very passionate. This is a very forthcoming energy, okay? Not shy at all by any means. So this can be speaking on you reclaiming your power, okay? After understanding why things are playing out the way they had, okay? And that, you know, this is actually serving your highest good, because you are experiencing some form of liberation from karmic cycles, okay? Karmic relationships, that's for sure, okay? So I don't feel like you're going to run into the same types of karmic soulmates that you did in the past, because you have essentially healed this, okay? Whatever this was to you, you'll know what this specific thing was that you were being shown, okay? What you needed to process, what you needed to rewrite, okay? Reprogram. Yeah, you're doing that. That's why Temperance is here, okay? Sagittarius energy. So this is a huge undertaking, as I say, but it is liberating you. It's helping you to ascend. It's helping you to, like I say, break apart this old paradigm. That's why I don't feel like you're experiencing the Tower, because I feel like it's already happening. It's already done. It's just you needed to go through this part of the process so that you can see why you cannot go back, okay? Why that Tower is forever destroyed, because I feel like you already made the conscious choice, right? And that your heart and soul was on the same page, and you don't want to go back. You want to move forward. You want to heal. You want to transform. You want to alchemize this, right? But there was something in your programming that needed to change for this to be solidified. And that's what's happening. So you're going to see profound changes here. I'm telling you. That's why the Fool is here, right? Aries energy. It's interesting how we had like all water energy. Now we've got all fire energy. So again, that deep internal process is setting you up to take some kind of passionate action here, to be inspired, right? To not be fearful, but to be bold, courageous, okay? To be excited, to be curious, to want to explore, expand, right? That's the point. So there definitely is a new leg of your journey that is about to begin, okay? You're literally about to embark on this journey. It's just you're having to essentially recalibrate your energy to all these changes. That's pretty much it. Yeah, with the Seven of Swords, again, you know, you had to get to the root of the deception and the lie, and that is this karmic hamster wheel that you were on, right? There was something you were not seeing, or you were refusing to see, and that's why you kept running into these same types of karmic soulmates. You know, every single person was unique and different, but they carried the same energy signature. And that's because you hadn't learned, you know, something for, you know, significant pertaining to that, right? That you were meant to learn. So you move differently, you make different choices, right? Or there was something that you needed to heal, which was a very deep wound, or something about some kind of unconscious program that you were just running on without even being aware of it. And that stems back to something that was learned or ingrained, instilled in you from very early on. So it's a very deep process. Again, this would be speaking on shadow work, right? Inner child healing, things of that nature, right? Yeah. So, and you're realizing that, you know, that deceptive energy, that devil energy stems all the way back from there, where something was instilled or ingrained in you from early on that had shaped this aspect of your life in a very significant way, but in a very detrimental way. So once you understood that and you started to rewrite the script, okay, consciously and unconsciously, that changed everything. So that means, you know, that portal to you, right, where those energies lie, is no longer accessible, okay? That's why the tower's in reverse. It's like that portal to you where these, you know, to the realm of where these energies lie, no longer exist, okay? They no longer exist because of this work. So it's very, very important. What you're doing and what you've been doing is absolutely crucial, because this is going to transform your life in a very, you know, profound way, put it that way. So this is big, you know, Three of Swords, yeah. This is what's now enabling you to effectively heal your pain. And I don't mean just process it and, you know, do your best to move forward whilst carrying the wounds. I mean truly heal those wounds, okay? You may even feel like your heart chakra is being, supercharged, okay? You may have felt like there was a big, like, weight being lifted off, cleansed, okay? You may have felt like these swords are being pulled out, right? Yes, that's a painful process to literally have these swords ripped out of your heart, but then it gives it a chance to breathe, give it a chance to heal, give it a chance to become whole again. And that's what you're in the midst of. You're in the midst of this process, and you literally have the divine here assisting you with that, okay? So because you're doing your part, you know, the divine are assisting you through that process. So be open to the healing that's available to you, okay? 777 just popped up in my mind's eye, like, very strongly, and 333. So you may be seeing those numbers, okay? But definitely, like, be open, you know, be open to the healing that's trying to essentially reach you at this time. They are literally, like, right with you. I'm telling you, that's the energy. It's like they're focused on you and they're sending you this, like, pure love frequency. That's how it comes across, to help you with this healing process, because it's a deep one. It's very deep, but it's very transformative as well. Yeah. So you needed to go through this process. And by doing that, like I say, that's going to transform your life, because I feel like you may have felt that you were making all these positive changes in your life, maybe changing, like, things to do with your work, maybe even change jobs, you know, changing how things are going in terms of your, you know, day-to-day routines. Maybe you started eating better, exercising more, drinking more water, right? Getting more fresh air, maybe spending more time with certain loved ones. I don't know, right? Whatever these changes were. Having more downtime, resting more, okay? But I feel like, as important as they are, and yes, continue to do that, it was almost like on some levels, like a Band-Aid, right? Because whilst it was beneficial and it was helping you, there was a bigger undertaking beneath all of that needed to happen. And that was a very deep internal process. Yeah. But I feel like you came to realize that, okay? And so you took some time to really go deep within yourself. That's what it feels like, you know? And that was exactly what the divine wanted you to do, because then you could pull everything out to the surface, okay, that had been buried or that had even possibly been suppressed for a long time. Anything that was essentially being forced down into the unconscious, okay, was being brought to conscious awareness. And so whilst that does obviously, you know, provoke some undesirable feelings, okay, it forces you to explore them, which is exactly what is needed. But not only that, it may have triggered some things within you, right, in terms of certain truths, memories, okay, that had been suppressed, okay, and you needed to see those for what they were, so that again you can finally pull these swords out of your heart. But you need to know what they are in order to pull them out. So there may have been a level of suppression, but you're not doing that anymore. So you've gone very deep into your own unconscious, right? Because yeah, through the dream state, through doing like meditative practices, therapy, whatever it is you've been doing, it's helping you to get to the root of the issues, right? And actually address them head on. Because I'm telling you, it goes way back. And you're realizing it's not really anything to do with the antagonists as such. Yes, they are the devil energies in your life, or have been for a period of time, but they're just a symbol for something that goes way back that has been affecting you all of this time, right? So you're finally getting to the root of it, is what I want to say, okay? So these energies no longer have any kind of sway in your life. You know, you're truly being liberated from it. Yeah. But this needed to happen, because otherwise with the Chariot in reverse, you know, you would be stuck. You'd be in stuck energy, right? You'd only be able to expand so far. You'd only be able to ascend so far, because it's like, you know, the skeleton in the closet is still sat there, you know? So it needed to be addressed. Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't address this, it will reach a point where one of the wheels of the chariot will fall off, okay? And you could end up misdirected, misguided, going off course in some shape or form, right? Because this thing, whatever this script that you was running on, was starting to run rogue in some shape or form, okay? Or it will do. So it needed to be addressed, okay? And I feel like it's good that you are, okay? Yeah, because this is definitely speaking of something that was definitely like an unconscious program that had gone rogue, or that was instilled in you that wasn't for your highest good at all, okay? That was actually very detrimental, that you're now, you know, essentially rewriting, okay? It's like you've scrapped it, and now you've got a new code, you've got a new script that you're now running, okay? But obviously that comes with an adjustment period. I mean, big changes like that, yeah, it's going to take time to adjust to the new, because this is so fundamental, you know? But it's definitely giving you an opportunity to spread your wings, right? Stretch your wings and fly. Yeah. Because this was actually something that kept your wings clipped, okay? So this could have even been, like, I hate to say, but for some of you, this could have even been like some kind of hex or curse on you that was placed on you when you were very young to bind you, to clip your wings, okay? There may have been an antagonist in your life from early on that feared your power, your gifts, okay? They feared the fact that you were like an earth angel, that you had this very strong presence of source light, divine light within you. And so they may have purposefully done this to try and suppress you, stop you from awakening to your true self, true potential, to who you really are, to not be able to outshine them in some shape or form, okay? But it's backfired now, okay? Because that's exactly what's happening. That's why I even heard before I did the reading, I kept hearing Source saying, come back to me, come back to me. That's what they want, right? They want you to go back to Source light. Yeah. Because I feel like you are in Source likeness, you know, in a lot of ways. It's just that you had to undo a lot of heavy programming, okay? A lot of heavy programming. So you could strip all of that away, that which doesn't really belong to you, and come back to yourself, right? Yeah. So tell me more. Exactly, Ten of Swords. So, yeah. Again, you know, you have been liberated from this because of this undertaking. And those that are in that frequency, that energy, okay, this devil frequency, that feeds into that false programming, into that toxic, just that toxic energy, whatever that was to you, right? Because I feel like this is quite broad because it affects so many people and it's slightly different for every single person. That's why I'm keeping it quite generalized. But those who operate in that energy and would exploit those wounds, those scripts that you were running on, okay, consciously or unconsciously, whoever who was doing that is now coming to a very harsh realization that they can't access you. That portal is closed. So when they try to force another dagger in your direction, they just find that they're actually stabbing their own hands. So you see, I'm almost getting stigmata, okay? It's like you were basically running on some kind of martyr program for a long time. That's what it feels like. Like you were literally, it's horrible because it does feel like some kind of curse or hex, but it's like you were literally like programmed and trained to be a martyr, right? Because they saw Christ consciousness, right? That frequency all over you. It's literally in your DNA. And so they tried to literally make a martyr of you because of it. Because you are considered like almost like like, you know, abomination to the devil. That's what it's like. I know it's really heavy. I'm sorry, but that's literally what it is. It's like, you know, because of your light, you're considered like a blasphemy to the devil. You understand? Like, that's fucking crazy. But that's literally how it kind of reads. And so they try to make a martyr out of you, you know. But now they can't do this, okay? Because the divine does not want you to be a martyr, okay? They allowed you to go through some aspect of that to awaken you to Christ consciousness, right? That lies within your very spirit, your DNA, your essence, okay, your soul, and your heart and mind, to awaken you to this truth, this deep divine truth within self. And so because you have awakened to this truth, when they try to send these daggers to you now, it's literally like they're stabbing their own hands. So they're now martyring themselves. That's something that these people are now coming to realize. That they're now martyring themselves, trying to sacrifice you because they can't do it anymore. And so it's a very painful realization because they're now going through those experiences that they had in mind planned for you. So, and again, you see like these like daggers here, makes me think of the pyramid, okay, and almost like the Freemason compass with the eye as well. Yeah. So I feel like any orders, okay, that were targeting you in this way, because like I said, it feels like there was some kind of curse or hex in you placed when you were young. So any orders that were after you since you were a child, okay, they're now realizing this and they are triggered because they are going through what they had in store for you. That's crazy. Yeah. Because like I say, that portal is closed, okay? That portal is closed. And so the divine is letting them see firsthand what it feels like. So it's going back. And I feel like these people are triggered by, you know, source presence. Like, because it's very powerful and the way it's coming in is very intense, very strong. So they know that you are untouchable pretty much to these people now. Yeah, exactly. Look, King of Swords in reverse and the Justice. Aquarius Libra energy. Yeah. So I'm telling you, this... Yeah. I'm telling you, those people who are in that frequency, in that energy, right? King of Swords in reverse is a very nasty energy. It can be, right? That's someone who is like, could operate like a tyrant for sure, a dictator, a corrupt politician. This could be someone who's like a false leader. Someone who is very morally bankrupt, no principles, a fallen energy. Yeah, definitely a fallen energy, but someone who could be incredibly narcissistic, maniacal in their quest for control. Okay, it gives very strong like shadow aspect of Saturn type energy. You know, the King of Swords in reverse. You know, it definitely gives that. So these kinds of, like, even just the reading, picking up on this energy and reading it, like, I really don't like it. You know, these are like your dark occult leaders. These are your very twisted politicians, and you know, it's very, very distorted masculine energy, or like easily infernal, you know, infernal masculine energy. Yeah, in this context for sure. But this is the justice. This is how you balance the scales. This is how you liberated yourself from this program, okay? You could have actually been part of some kind of secret program and not even know it. You know, it could have been like something like a Martyr program. You know, you get all these different names like Montauk and Monarch. This could be Martyr, you know, the Martyr project or the Martyr program, you know. But either way, the scales are being balanced, okay? Yeah. Because you're not meant to carry this burden. This is not your burden to bear, okay? That's what the divine wants you to know. This was never meant to be your burden. But because you are very powerful, because you are very in tune with the ascendant planes, okay, the higher planes, they knew this was a task that you could carry, that this was an undertaking you could take. Because now that you have broken free of this, now that you're aware of this, now you've been doing this work, you can go on to be a living example, okay, to others, so that they may break free of whatever programs they've been running on, whatever scripts they've been running on that doesn't serve them, that's actually detrimental, okay? Whatever conditioning they need to take a look at, okay? So definitely like deep internal work. Yeah. Knight of Wands. Yeah. That's the thing, Sagittarius energy. You were relentlessly attacked, right? They went to great lengths and distances to break you down, only to see you rebuild yourself and be made whole and complete once again. So, yeah, this was unsuccessful, really. In the long term, it was unsuccessful. Exactly. Because now, instead of being a sacrifice for a group or a community, you are now being you're being a living example for a community, okay? But I feel like it's one that's there's a lot of love, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of understanding, compassion. It's like you are helping a community to reconnect with Source in a very profound way. So this is why Source allowed you to experience this, because they knew you had what it took to overcome this. And not only that, because of your connection with Source and how strong it is, you know, and the fact you're only deepening your connection with Source, you're helping like others to transmute their pain, the programming, the conditioning, okay, basically the psyop they've been under, so that they too can strengthen their connection with Source, so they too can realize their own divinity, right? So you'll be leading by example, and you'll have a lot of compassion, a lot of support, a lot of love, and you will give that in return, because you want people to feel that. You want people to know that Source is present and that they can access this energy anytime. They just gotta see it for themselves. They've got to reach out. They've got to be open to it, okay? And be willing to do the work when they are being shown what needs to be, worked on, right? When they're aware of what needs to change, they need to be willing to do that work. so that they too can liberate their own soul, their own spirit, okay, from these trappings. And so that they can be in true alignment to create, to receive, to give, to be. So the illusion has been broken. 7 of Cups in reverse. The illusion has been broken. And now, those, or should I say the one in particular, who went out of their way to reinforce this, is the one that's now taking a fall. So you see how everything is being balanced out, as above, so below. As you are exalted and uplifted, this person is falling. And that's why they were relentless in attacking you, trying to stop this ascension by any means necessary. The devil with the chariot, by any means necessary. But it didn't work. Okay? They had to work with a whole community to try and do this, and it still didn't work. So, and with the 5 of Cups, they know it. They know it. The party's over. The celebrations are over. Their time of, being in the seat of power has come to a formal end. And I feel like as these people are taking a hard fall from grace, and not that they were in the energy of grace anyway, but from their pedestal that they placed themselves on, I feel like you and the divine have just been in this energy of transmutation, alchemization. Yeah. So while you're going through this process, there may be times where you feel tearful, where you feel like you need to cry just to get that remaining energy out. There'll be other times where you're crying with tears of joy because you're glad that you came to realize this. You were able to see the truth, okay? That you were able to wield the sword of justice by doing this work for yourself and balancing the scales in your own life. You are now entering a whole nother level of self-mastery. I don't think you quite understand how big this is. It's very significant, put it this way. So, as I mentioned in previous community posts, you became your own liberator. Your healed or healing version of yourself is what's freeing you, saving you, with, of course, the help of the divine and the support and the guidance. But it's you that had to do it, and you're doing it. So this is big. This is very powerful. Wow. So before actually I end the reading, let me just see if we can get some extra nuggets of advice. Okay, we've got a couple there. Anything else? Oh, you're going to get a big blessing from this. I've got a crystal here, a diamond, and that's exactly what you are. You are a diamond that has been forged under immense pressure. But now look at you, glistening, shining, okay? Your value is immeasurable. Not only because of the work you put into yourself and what, you have become, but also that which you'll be able to do now by leading as an example and assisting and supporting others in their own processes. So your value is immense, put it that way. So any blessings that come to you now is just reflecting the work that you've been doing, but it's nothing compared to your own value. Don't measure, that's something else I want to say. I feel like this is what Spirit wants me to say. Don't measure your own worth by the type and the value of the blessings that you receive, because your value is immeasurable, especially as a result of you doing all of this work. You cannot put a price on it, okay? So don't think that whatever blessing comes your way is indicative of how much value you hold. Okay, someone needed to hear that. So we have lots in common. Let's be friends. I'm telling you, you're gonna meet new people. You're gonna meet new people that feel inspired, that feel like they resonate with your story or with, this undertaking, right? They're on the same trajectory. Oh, my light just went out. I need to get the other battery back. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, you know. So there's definitely going to be a meeting of like minds, other people that are also on this wave, which is amazing, okay? People are also going through this deep healing process. Why it's so serious, lighten up. That's been coming up a lot recently. I've even been getting that myself. Like, why is it serious? Lighten up, yeah. So, yes, definitely. I feel like this is obviously intense. So, of course, it was very serious. But now it's like you can actually experience joy in a way that you haven't been able to in quite some time for some of you, right? Without feeling like there's this oppressive energy around you. Because there was an immense amount of attacks, right? Psychological and spiritual attacks being waged against you. But not anymore, okay? That portal is gone. It's closed. I don't even know what I'm going to label this reading, to be honest, because it's really deep and there's a lot to it. Take a day off. Okay, yeah. So, again, do you remember what I was saying with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse to the Three of Swords? You're still processing, okay? You're still processing. So like I say, as you are getting acquainted with this new energy, okay, with this new program you're running on, okay, this new script, this new coding, okay, these light codes that have been activated within you or are activating within you, take some time for yourself to just be, to just process, relax, to connect, okay, to meditate, to ground. Spending some time in nature wouldn't be a terrible idea as well, where you're able to, okay? Wow, what a deep reading. But I hope this helps whoever needed this message. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you did find it useful, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, click the notifications bell and click all so you don't miss any of your upcoming readings. But for now, I'm wishing you guys all the best and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.